What's up guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Santiago Castro if you don't know, and today I'm going to give you a quick tour of the lab. This is where we do all of our work. This is where I run my business out of, and yes, it is my garage. This video is long overdue. I promised you guys that I'd do this like a year ago, and honestly every time I want to do something to level it up, so I always keep pushing it off, but in reality I just need to do it. So come on in and I hope you enjoy.
I'm back on my common shit. You think I'm preaching my conscience till niggas gripping your profit quick. If I got an image, mop it. If my glory coming out my pocket, keep.
So welcome to the lab. This is actually just my garage. It's actually a 2-car garage here in my personal home. I renovated this about, I'd say almost 2 years ago, and to even get to the point where we had it where it looks somewhat decent, it took us about a year to do. And in reality, that's just because I was in the Marine Corps at the time. I didn't have a lot of free time. I was building a business, and then on top of that, a full-time job. And we only had time to do any type of work on the weekends and a little bit after work. So 1 hour a day plus all Saturdays accumulated into getting this completed in about a year. We did pretty much all this on our own, but through the help of friends. And there's a lot of people out there who helped, with little pieces here and there. And you guys know who you are, and I deeply appreciate you guys for that. But just to kind of get into, the whole decoration of this, how we decided to design it, and where we got everything from. And I'll tell you a little bit about the history of some things here. That way, if you're trying to do something just like this, I hope this video kind of helps give you those guidelines on how to do it and that it's actually possible. So let's jump right into it. So on this wall, I like the blue and tone colors, so I just kind of wanted to go with orange and blue, teal, and kind of like nude neutral colors, just to kind of like fit the vibe that I like, but also for content, podcasting, and stuff like that. The way we did this, actually, if you look, this is actual wood. This is not like some type of wallpaper. We went to Home Depot, cut up some wood, nailed it on top. I had a couple of my friends help me out. It took us about like 24 hours to do. And then I just put up this board my wife got me for Christmas, put up some certs that I got from the Marine Corps, got my PIFs that I also got from the Marine Corps, and just got this actual little desk from Home Goods. It was actually, got it for a really good deal because it was broken. So we fixed it, cleaned it up, and we just kind of used it. I got this when I went to the Dominican. This was a gift, this was a gift. These chairs we got on OfferUp for about, I'd say like maybe $100 for both. And so that's pretty much this side, this wall. It's one of my favorite parts of the garage. And if you move over on this side, we also got this lamp at Home Goods. This is my personal workstation. This is where I work. This is my desk. Now this desk I got for like 50 bucks on Facebook Market. There's a lot of things in this garage that we got either on OfferUp or Facebook Market. People are sleeping on these things because we get them for such good deals. And also sometimes we even get things from there and then flip them for something that we actually want, which we'll talk a little bit more about. So here I got this desk from, like I said, Facebook Market. These lights were a gift. I have my computer where I do all my work, and then I got these PEC boards on Amazon for everything about like 150 bucks. But it's not just these, it came with a whole kit, which we'll kind of talk about where that's at later in this garage. And then I have my personal kit and my gun, just because that's what I like to do for fun. So if you come in here a little bit closer, we have I have my sticky notes up top here. It's where I track my goals and things that I want to do. I have my calendar on top of the TV, so I'm always looking and seeing what's going on throughout the day, if I have any calls, anything like that. I got this huge whiteboard on wheels on Amazon. I don't remember the price exactly. This chair was a gift. This was donated by a client to us. This is where we track all of our shoots, upcoming dates, things like that. And then this couch we actually got, I believe, on Facebook Market. The cool thing about this couch is originally when we first finished this garage, we wanted a couch, some chairs, just to fill it up, to be able to like just lounge and hang out. And here we got this like really like worn down couch that was like 40 bucks, and we just pretty much picked it up because it was a good deal about the size that we wanted. And we cleaned it up, used it for like maybe like 2 weeks, or actually maybe about like a month. And then after that I found this couch on OfferUp for 100 bucks. Instead of just buying it and dumping the other one, we cleaned up the one that we had and flipped it for $90, and then I paid the difference of $10 to make up the 100 to pay for this couch. It's suede, it's really clean, I love it, it goes with the style. And if you come over here, this workstation is for the rest of our team. They come here to edit and do whatever it is they need to do. We actually got these two desks on OfferUp as well. This was like I think 15 bucks, and this one was like 15 bucks as well. And they're actually really nice desks and really great condition. We have our computers. So we have another Apple, we have a Windows computer, and then we have this mirror we got at Target with some lights in the back, that sunset light, which is really awesome, pretty cool for content. You can shift it around, unplug it, put it on this wall, on that side, whatever it is that you want to do, and get some really cool looks, especially with colors and playing around with stuff like that, and being creative with it. So then on this side, we have a mini fridge for everyone to put their drinks and food into. And this is Lewis's side. He has his personal kit, and he has these two acoustic panels. This is Nick. He's out here working on some client footage. And so these panels right here, they're actually absorb sound. They look super dope. Lewis actually made these by hand. Probably drop a video on how to do that. But all it is really is just like wood, some soundproofing, insulation, and then some other stuff that we will go more in depth in if we ever make a video like that. So if you come in here, all of our storage, for all of our stuff, pretty much. We have all of our stands, all of our cameras. We have our Black Magics in here. We have our lightings. We have cables, Pelican cases, a whole bunch of stuff that we need for traveling and any other sorts of content creation for our clients. And then if we move back over here, we have our pegboard. This is where we have the rest of the metal pegboards. Again, we got those on Amazon. Originally, we were just gonna leave this wall blank, but we actually decided that we continuously build things, whether it's for ourselves or for clients, and we're always using tools. So we actually bought a whole bunch of tools in the beginning when we made, or when we renovated this garage, and then we gave them away because we thought we wouldn't need them. And then we realized that we actually use tools a lot. And then we continuously build things, and we're always trying to create really cool stuff, whether it's acoustic panels or just something that we're gonna use as a prop or whatever it is. And then it also helps really well with holding camera gear and like light stands. So half of this is light stands, half of it's tools. It's really, really nifty. And then down up here, we have mounted roll downs of backdrops. So we have black, white, and gray. And then we also have a projector screen that comes down. It covers this whole entire thing. And then the projector is up top on the ceiling. I'm not gonna let that come all the way down just because it's gonna take forever. Then we have our workbench. This workbench, what I like about this workbench a lot is that one, obviously it houses a lot of our lenses, camera gear, batteries, things like that. It has a bottom section to put more Pelican cases on. And then it also has wheels. I've actually moved this to different parts of the garage, like over here, and shot content where it looks like a standing desk, or we can move it, shift it against this way, and then fully use the backdrop, put the couch on top of the backdrop, get some cool photos, things like that. There's so much you can do because a lot of these things are on wheels, which is super key when you're working with a really small space, because you can continuously rotate and be almost creative as like possible with the way you match certain things. Like we can take this couch, put it against this wall. We can take these two chairs, put it against over here. There's so much you can do with what you're working with, at least in a small space. So that's pretty much really the end of this garage slash studio. In reality, this took over a year to do, and then within that to get to where we are now with all this stuff, it took about 3 years to actually complete something like this. We are currently in our first year of business officially. I actually created this garage way before I started my business as something that I felt like I wanted to do, and then coincidentally with COVID happened, we actually completed it, and then that's when I started to launch the idea of Optic Element. And then in 2022, when I was officially completely out of the Marine Corps, I was able to go and make it legit and make it happen. And this is where we work from, and we're gonna continuously grow. Even right now, where we're at currently, this is a space that we're starting to outgrow a little bit, and we're gonna be hopefully moving into a new and bigger spot down the line. And whenever we do that, we'll definitely do a tour of that, and we'll have pretty much the same exact style, but amplified and way more space to be way more creative. And we would love your input, your thoughts, your ideas on what you want to see next. If you want to see us, flip a couch, or if you want to see us build out acoustic panels, or just more of the content that I usually make. This is something different. I definitely plan on doing more things like this if this is what you guys are into. So like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.